लड़कियां आती थी और लड़कियों के साथ बदतमीजी करता था।
देखो फांसी की सजा हो।
I won't sell myself for 10,000 rupees. Things began to take a darker turn. But the former BJP leader's son painted a different picture.
क्या आपके साथ तो नहीं है वो? मुझे सच सच बात ये बताइए।
सर ऐसा होता तो मुझे आपको कॉल करने की क्या जरूरत थी, बताइए।
It was all a cover-up. This is not just another crime story. It's about a facade built by those in power, a delayed investigation and a family's relentless pursuit of justice. I am Vaishnavi and today we'll delve into the case of 19-year-old Ankita Bhandari, who fell victim to crime that shook not just Uttarakhand but the entire nation. Ankita was born in Pauri Garhwal, a land of misty mountains, dense forests and ancient shrines, often called the heart of Uttarakhand. She came from a modest family. Her father Virendra Bhandari worked as a security guard and her mother Soni Devi was an Anganwadi worker. In 2020, Ankita cleared her class 12 CBSE exams with 89%. And like many other small town girls, Ankita had big ambitions. Her father said she wanted to go out and study English. We were very proud of her. She was a good student and that is why I decided to enroll her in the English medium school. In 2021, she took a step forward toward her dream and joined a hotel management course at Shriram Institute in Dehradun. But around this time, her father lost his job during the COVID pandemic. Due to financial constraints and with her unpaid fees reaching to 35,000 rupees, Ankita had to quit her hotel management course midway. Desperate to find a job to support her family, she soon took a position as a receptionist at Vanantara Resort located in a secluded area near Rishikesh. The resort was owned by Pulkit Arya, son of former BJP leader and State Minister Vinod Arya. For Ankita, this job was a ray of hope, a chance to become independent and support her family. But behind the resort's polished facade, trouble was waiting. The resort provided staff accommodation, as is common in remote tourist areas, so Ankita lived on site. At first, everything seemed normal. Guests came and went, and Ankita was slowly settling into her work. During this time, Ankita was in constant touch with her friend Pushp, her closest confidant with whom she shared everything. Then one day, she told him that her assigned room had suddenly been changed to one near resort owner Pulkit's, just to make space for other guests. And just within a month of Ankita's joining, things began to take a darker turn. On the night of 10 September 2022, Ankita told Pushp that she was harassed by resort owner Pulkit, manager Saurabh Bhaskar and staffer Ankit Gupta, who were all drunk. She said Pulkit tried to kiss her, but she resisted and fought back. In anger, he then took out his frustration on a staff member, thrashing him. In another incident, Ankita told her friend that a drunk guest forcefully hugged her. When she protested, staffer Ankit shushed her and told her to avoid any escalation. Frustrated by such incidents, Ankita wanted to quit and began looking for another job. Then, just a week later, on 17 September 2022, she told Pushp that she was being pressured to please VIP guests. Staffer Ankit asked her if she was willing to provide extra services to a guest who was ready to pay 10,000 rupees, to which she replied, "I may be poor, but I won't sell myself for 10,000 rupees. But little did she know that her refusal would set off something far more dangerous. On the night of 18 September 2022, when Pushp called Ankita, she said she was with Pulkit, Saurabh and Ankit and would call him back later. But she never did. Around 8 to 8:30 p.m., a resort staff member said that he got a call from Ankit saying,
कि हम 4 लोगों को खाना लगा के रखना। मैंने कहा ठीक है, मैं 4 लोगों को खाना लगा के रखा तो आप आ जाओ। 8:30 बजे के बाद वो 11:45 बजे मेरे पास पहुंचते हैं। 11:45 बजे बोलते मुझे खाना लगा दो। तो ठीक है, मैंने उनका खाना लगा दिया था। मैडम का खाना, अंकित जी आए थे। अंकित जी ने कहा मैं मैडम का खाना दे के आता हूँ। मैंने उसको बोला, मैंने कहा तुम क्यों देते हो खाना? वो दे देगा, सर्विस वाला है हमारे पास, तुम क्यों जा रहे हो? तो उसने कहा कोई बात नहीं, हमारा खाना लगा देगा। ये बात बोल के वो चले गए।
When Pushp tried calling Ankita that night, her phone was unreachable. He then called Pulkit, who told him she had gone to her room.
उस टाइम पे वो मेरे साथ ही थी और उसने मेरे से मेरा फोन लिया और उसके बाद फिर मैंने उसे कहा कि फोन दे दे। उसने कहा कि मैं आपको मॉर्निंग में दे दूंगी फोन।
But the next morning on 19 September 2022, Ankita was nowhere to be found.
मैंने कहा सौरभ ऐसा है, वो अंकिता के रूम में मेरा फोन पड़ा हुआ है, उसे नॉक करके जो है ना मेरा फोन उठा करके चार्जिंग पे लगा दे। मतलब भैया वो तो रूम में नहीं है। मैंने कहा अच्छा, और उसका सामान वगैरह कह रहा हूँ, सामान सब रखा है उसका। कि क्या आपके साथ तो नहीं है वो? मुझे सच सच बात ये बताइए।
सर ऐसा होता तो मुझे आपको कॉल करने की क्या जरूरत थी बताइए।
Pushp grew suspicious since he knew about the harassment Ankita had gone through at the resort. So he told Ankita's father everything. Ankita's father then visited 3 police stations, but no complaint was filed. Instead, he was told to go to the revenue police. Just so you know, the Manantara resort was a semi-rural area that came under Uttarakhand's old revenue police system, where revenue officers like patwaris handle law and order duties instead of regular police. So when Ankita's father went to the then revenue police officer Vaibhav Pratap, he too refused to register the complaint, said the family. And right after this, Vaibhav Pratap went on leave, handing over the charge to another revenue police officer, Vivek Kumar. Finally, when Ankita's father approached Kumar, a case was registered on 20 September 2022, 2 days after his daughter went missing. Then 2 more days passed, but there was still no trace of Ankita. When Ankita's family and locals raised concerns about the revenue police's delay, the case was soon transferred to the regular police on 22nd September 2022, 4 days after Ankita went missing. Then within 24 hours of the case being transferred, resort owner Pulkit Arya, manager Saurabh Bhaskar and staffer Ankit Gupta were arrested by the police. And soon emerged the truth behind Ankita's disappearance and what happened on the night she went missing. So on 18 September, Ankita had a confrontation with Pulkit, Saurabh and Ankit, said the resort employees. One of the employees even got a call from Ankita, who was crying and said,
सर बोल रहा हूँ क्या हुआ?
ऊपर जा दो दुकान पर।
चल चलो गाड़ी घुमा, चल नीचे नीचे जाओ। अरे चलना, आ रहे हैं हम, आ रहे हैं 2 मिनट।
But when the staff went with the bag, they couldn't find Ankita. Pulkit, Ankit and Saurabh later took her on a scooter, saying they wanted to talk things out, said the police. The argument continued, but soon turned violent, and in a moment of rage, they pushed her into the fast-flowing Chila Canal near Rishikesh. The affair in the case, as later quoted in court, said,
They were pressuring her to give extra services to the guest, to which the deceased was not agreeable. Ankit Gupta and the co-accused had a sense of fear that perhaps the deceased might reveal it to others.
Now fast forward to 24 December 2022, nearly 6 days after Ankita went missing, her body was found in the Chila Canal. The post-mortem report said that she died of drowning after suffering blunt force injuries. As the news spread across the state, thousands of people took to the streets demanding justice for Ankita. Amid the probe, parts of Manantara resort were bulldozed overnight by the state government, including the room where Ankita lived.
के अंदर जितने भी रिजॉर्ट अवैध निर्माण हुए हैं, अवैध तरीके से बने हैं, उन सभी को हमने कहा है, सभी जिलाधिकारियों को इस पर कार्रवाई के आदेश दिए हैं.
But Ankita's family saw it as a ploy to cover up evidence. State DGP Ashok Kumar said all evidence had been collected before the demolition. Locals later set fire to the resort. They also drove away BJP MLA Renu Bisht, who had gone to meet Ankita's family. Following Pulkit's arrest, the Bharatiya Janata Party expelled his father Vinod Arya and his brother Ankit Arya from the party. The move was widely seen as an attempt to distance the party from the scandal and avoid allegations of shielding individuals facing serious criminal charges. Vinod Arya even publicly defended Pulkit, describing him as a simple boy who was only concerned about his work and would never indulge in such activities. He said he wanted justice not just for Ankita, but for Pulkit as well. Soon, a special investigation team was formed to conduct a thorough investigation into Ankita Bhandari's death amid growing public outrage.
हम पूरी तरह से सजा दिलाने के लिए संकल्प हमने ले रखा है कि इसमें सजा हो.
Further investigation revealed that Pulkit had already told Revenue Police Officer Vaibhav Pratap, who refused to register Ankita's father's complaint about Ankita's disappearance the night the crime happened. DGP Kumar also confirmed that Pratap registered a missing persons FIR filed by Pulkit himself, but without informing anyone about it, he went on leave. That's why Revenue Police Officer Pratap was later suspended and taken into custody for negligence and suspected collusion with the accused. Then, on the night of the crime, the staff member was told by Ankit to prepare dinner for all 4, including Ankita. Well, it was all a facade. Ankita never returned to the resort that night as she had already been killed. Even when Pushp called Pulkit to ask about Ankita's whereabouts, he was deliberately misled.
मेरे को बोला उसने कि मैं जा रही हूँ यहाँ से। मैंने कहा तू कहाँ जाएगी? कह रही मेरे को कुछ पता नहीं है मैं कहाँ जाऊंगी, लेकिन मैं कहीं भी जाके हूँ। मैंने कहा क्या दिक्कत आ रही है बता मेरे को। बस कुछ माइंड अपसेट था, इसीलिए मैंने आपको इन्फॉर्म किया था रात को। मैंने कहा यार देखो ये हम यहाँ व्यापार करने के लिए बैठे हैं, बिजनेस करने के लिए बैठे हैं, ना तो वो मेरी कोई रिलेटिव है, ना मेरा उसके साथ में कोई आगे भविष्य में कोई फ्यूचर है। ठीक है, मैं उसको अपॉइंट किया इसलिए कि ताकि वो यहाँ पर 2 अच्छे काम कर सके। तो वो काम तो खैर क्या ही कर रही है, ऊपर से मेरे को डिस्ट्रक्शन बहुत ज्यादा दे रही है।
क्या
डिस्टर्बेंस बहुत ज्यादा है।
क्या डिस्टर्बेंस मतलब?
अरे डिस्टर्बेंस मतलब जितनी उससे हमारी अपेक्षाएं हैं कि वो जिस तरीके से वो काम कर लेती है, वो उतना कुछ भी नहीं। 24 घंटे उसका मन खराब रहता है, 24 घंटे उसका मूड खराब रहता है।
It was all a cover-up to hide what had really happened. During the investigation, former resort employees also came forward, alleging that illegal activities were taking place there. One of them said the resort management would provide illicit liquor, cannabis, and other drugs, and even to girls, to the guests.
मैंने ज्वाइनिंग की थी वहाँ पे मई में, और मैंने जुलाई में जॉब छोड़ी है। वहाँ पे लड़कियाँ आती थी, वो लड़कियों के साथ बदतमीजी करता था। उन्होंने मुझे भी गालियाँ दी हैं, मुझसे ही बहुत अब्यूज लैंग्वेज यूज की है उन्होंने। अंकित गुप्ता ने, पुलकित आर्या ने, और क्या बोलते हैं, ये तीनों ही गुनहगार हैं।
In December 2022, the prosecution filed a 500-page charge sheet.
45 गवाह पेश किए थे हमने।
In court, the prosecution argued that Ankita had become a target because she refused to give in to Pulkit's pressure to provide extra services to guests. Their claim was based on Ankita's chats, voice notes, including witness statements.
हमारे द्वारा, हमारी टीम के द्वारा रखे गए थे, वो पूरी तरीके से साबित हुए हैं।
After over 2 years of tense courtroom hearing, the final argument concluded on 19th May 2025.
इस तरह मुख्यमंत्री श्री पुष्कर सिंह धामी जी ने कहा था कि फास्ट ट्रैक के तहत वो केस होगा, लेकिन उस तरह हुआ नहीं।
आज 22-23 साल की होती है, देखो फांसी की सजा हो।
11 days later, on 29th May 2025, the court delivered its landmark judgment, declaring Pulkit Arya, Saurabh Bhaskar and Ankit Gupta guilty of murder and sentencing them to life imprisonment.
इसमें 302 में आजीवन कारावास, 50,000 रुपये जुर्माना न देने के उसमें 1 वर्ष का अतिरिक्त साधारण कारावास, और सौरभ भास्कर को 201 में 5 वर्ष का कारावास, 10,000 रुपये जुर्माना न देने के उसमें 2 माह का अतिरिक्त कारावास।
Right after the judgment, as the accused were being taken to jail, resort owner and former BJP leader's son Pulkit was seen smiling and waving, showing no sign of guilt or regret. So the conviction in Ankita Bhandari's case marks a moment of accountability. It shows that even those connected to political power can be held responsible when evidence and public pressure forces institution to act. But the verdict does not erase the many unanswered questions and systemic flaws exposed by the case. First, who was the VIP guest that Ankita was pressured to provide extra services to? And was that person ever identified or questioned? Why was there a delay in transferring the case from the revenue police system to the regular police? Why did it take nearly 2 years to bring Ankita Bhandari's killers to justice? And beyond these questions, the case also raised a more disturbing issue. If it took public outrage to secure justice for Ankita, what happens to the women whose stories never make headlines? This is Vaishnavi signing off.